Shark Island is a 2024 action horror romance thriller that swims dangerously close to both parody and suspense, offering a campy yet oddly engrossing experience that merges elements of fashion, violence, aquatic dread, and human connection. Running at 1 hour and 16 minutes, the film manages to pack in a surprising amount of tension, blood, glamour, and yes, even heart in its brief runtime. ####A premise built for mayhem. The story kicks off with a jet-black helicopter descending upon an idyllic tropical island. The camera glides over turquoise waters, golden sand, and dense jungle terrain before revealing our main characters, 6 glamorous bikini-clad models, flown in for an exclusive photo shoot promoting a rare, priceless necklace known as the Heart of the Abyss. From the outset, the tone is clear. We're entering a world that plays with genre conventions. These models are not your average shallow archetypes. They each have unique personalities, agendas, and secrets. Their arrival is met by a mysterious, stoic photographer named Victor who appears to know more about the island than he lets on. Alongside him are his assistant Nora and the enigmatic island caretaker, Elias, a rugged loner with a scarred face and a haunted past. As the models begin their shoot, tensions mount. One of the girls, Vanessa, suspects that they are being watched. Another, Bree, finds a strange carving in the rocks that resembles a shark's jawbone embedded with ancient symbols. The ominous setup is effective, and the island itself becomes a character, lush, mysterious, and tinged with a strange silence. #### Character dynamics and early clues. What Shark Island does well is balancing character drama with horror foreshadowing. By the 15-minute mark, we're already immersed in personal conflicts, jealousy among the models, a possible love triangle between Elias, Victor, and Nora, and undercurrents of betrayal. The dialogue, while occasionally cheesy, often surprises with its wit. There's also a clever use of fashion metaphors to hint at deeper themes, identity, vulnerability, and survival in a cutthroat world. Things take a dark turn when the first model, Celine, disappears during a solo shot by the cliffs. Her screams are muffled by crashing waves, and her torn scarf is found tangled in coral. The group assumes she fell, but viewers know better. Something or someone took her. That's when Elias warns the group to avoid the waters. "This island feeds on beauty," he says cryptically. Soon, the remaining characters discover that they're not alone. Something is stalking them, and it's not just under the surface of the sea. #### Sharks, slashes, and suspense. Enter the true star of the film, the shark. Or rather, the sharks. These are not your ordinary aquatic predators. The film hints at a scientific experiment gone wrong, a side subplot involving abandoned research facilities and an open file marked Project Leviathan. But the narrative never fully commits to explaining the creatures. Instead, it lets the horror build naturally. The sharks attack with brutal efficiency, and their presence is amplified by sharp editing, underwater shots, and a pulsing synth-heavy score. One standout scene involves the models trying to cross from one part of the island to another via a submerged sandbar. As they wade through waist-deep water in the shimmering sunlight, the camera cuts between their nervous glances and the growing shadows beneath them. When the attack comes, it's sudden, shocking, and artfully choreographed. The water turns red and screams echo through the trees. The killer, meanwhile, starts to strike on land. That's right, while the sharks dominate the ocean, there is a human killer loose on the island as well. This dual-threat concept raises the stakes. Is the killer working with the sharks? Are the murders connected to the necklace? Why are some victims spared while others are left as bait? #### Romance and revelation. Amid the bloodshed, a slow-burning romance blossoms between Vanessa, the most introspective of the models, and Elias. Their scenes together are tender, marked by quiet conversations about regret, survival, and the nature of evil. Elias reveals that he lost someone years ago to the island's curse and stayed behind to protect others. Vanessa, meanwhile, admits that modeling was never her dream. She studied marine biology before being scouted. This connection leads to key discoveries about the island's history, including a hidden cave filled with shark fossil remains, tribal paintings, and inscriptions warning against disturbing the ocean's eye, a reference to the necklace. The romance doesn't feel forced. In fact, it provides an emotional core that helps ground the escalating chaos. There's a particularly moving scene where Elias tends to Vanessa's wounds after a shark chase, and their kiss is not just passionate but desperate, two souls clinging to life in the jaws of death. #### Twists and final acts. As bodies continue to pile up, the film turns into a thrilling whodunit. Suspicion falls on Victor when his camera is found with disturbing photos taken without the model's knowledge. But just when he's confronted, he's killed by the real murderer, a shocking moment that flips the narrative. The killer is revealed to be Nora, Victor's assistant. Her motive is jealousy and revenge. She was once a model herself, ruined by a botched photo shoot and cast aside. She believes the necklace is cursed and intends to offer it to the sharks as a sacrifice to end the beauty cult she despises. Her monologue is chilling, her delivery unhinged yet tragically believable. What follows is a deadly standoff on a decaying wooden pier as Nora throws the necklace into the sea, only for a giant shark to leap and take her whole. The climax is cinematic brilliance. Vanessa and Elias, now the last survivors, flee toward a jet ski hidden near a supply shack. As the final shark chases them through a narrow reef, Vanessa uses a flare gun to blind it and Elias harpoons it with a spear made from a camera tripod. It's ridiculous, heroic, and satisfying. #### symbolism and themes. Beneath its surface, Shark Island explores themes of vanity, survival, sacrifice, and the commodification of beauty. The models, initially seen as stereotypes, reveal their layers over time. Bree is a poet. Lonnie is raising money for her sister's surgery. Even Celine, seen in flashbacks, was a deeply lonely soul craving friendship. The sharks represent both nature's wrath and humanity's recklessness. The film subtly critiques the fashion industry and its obsession with perfection while also celebrating resilience. The island, lush and deadly, becomes a metaphor for the thin line between paradise and hell. The necklace, the heart of the abyss, acts as a cursed object, like the One Ring in Lord of the Rings or the idol in Indiana Jones. It brings fortune and fame, but also death. Its origin is never fully explained, which adds to its mystique. Was it an ancient offering? A relic of a forgotten civilization? The ambiguity works in the film's favor, maintaining an air of mystery. #### style, sound, and direction. Visually, Shark Island is stunning. The cinematography makes excellent use of natural light, tropical color palettes, and underwater camera work. The contrast between the models' vibrant costumes and the gritty, raw environment enhances the feeling of displacement. Director Lena Voss, known for indie horror thrillers, brings a sharp eye and a feminist twist to the genre. The score, composed by Kaya Rivers, mixes tribal drums, synths, and ambient ocean sounds to create a layered soundscape. The sound design during shark attacks is especially effective. Rumbling sonar noises precede the attacks, and the silence just before each kill is more terrifying than any scream. Costume design deserves praise as well. While the models wear bikinis, their wardrobe is functional and never exploitative. Each outfit reflects the wearer's personality, from Bree's floral sarong to Vanessa's utilitarian two-piece. ### pacing and tone. The film's pacing is one of its strongest aspects. At just over 75 minutes, there's no filler. Every scene either builds tension, develops character, or pushes the plot forward. The tone balances camp and sincerity with surprising elegance. While there are moments of over-the-top drama, like when one character uses a compact mirror to blind a killer shark, the film never descends fully into parody. It walks the tightrope between homage and originality with skill. There are humorous moments, too. A running gag involves one of the models, Jade, constantly trying to get a good signal on her phone to upload selfies even as the group is being hunted. Her arc ends in tragic irony when she finally finds reception only to be snatched off a rock by a breaching shark mid-snap. ### the ending. The film ends on a bittersweet note. Vanessa and Elias escape the island bruised and bloodied but alive. As they drift away on the jet ski, the camera pans back to the island where the necklace glimmers in the shallows, untouched, unclaimed, and still cursed. A final dorsal fin breaks the water surface, hinting that the danger is far from over. There's no end credits scene, but the credits roll over haunting music and flashes of the models' earlier photo shoots, smiling, carefree, unaware of the doom that awaited them. It's a powerful reminder of the fragility of beauty and the price of secrets buried too deep. ### final thoughts. Shark Island is a genre-bending, sun-drenched nightmare that combines pulpy horror with character-driven storytelling. It's not a perfect film, some of the acting is uneven, the CGI occasionally dodgy, and a few plot points remain unexplained. But it knows exactly what it wants to be, a stylish, suspenseful, and slightly unhinged thrill ride that doesn't take itself too seriously but still delivers emotional punch. It's rare to find a film that blends action, horror, mystery, romance, and thriller elements without collapsing under its own ambition. Shark Island manages to do just that, creating a story that is both fun and frightening, shallow and deep, ridiculous and real. Whether you watch it for the bikinis, the sharks, the blood, or the slow burn romance, you'll find yourself gripped from beginning to end. For those willing to dive in, Shark Island offers more than just a splash, it's a cinematic wave that crashes hard and leaves a lasting impact.